Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, where we are still in the process of massively crashing to the downside. Although in this video, I want to cover if we are more likely to get more downside or if we could potentially reverse back to the upside from this point. Of course, nothing in this video is financial advice. Let's dive right into it. In yesterday's video, we were trading around this price here, and I said if you really want to be bullish here, you would have to at the very least see some kind of break of this descending trend line before you can really start even considering that. Now, of course, after I posted my video, we saw a lot more downside, then another rejection from that same trend line, and then of course more downside after that. Now again, today I'm basically saying the same thing. If you even want to consider the possibility of even coming back up to the all-time high or something like that, at the very least you need to just wait for some kind of break of this downtrend and some reversal signals to start to show up before you can even consider that. Now, if I actually take a look at this ascending channel pattern for Bitcoin, of course, this is something that I have been looking at over the last week or so. At about 107K, I was saying like, hey guys, we're trading in this level of resistance now. Make sure to watch out for potential rejection, watch out for resistance here, and just be a bit more cautious. And yeah, that turned out to be the exact all-time high rejection from that point. So yeah, I'm very happy I was able to warn you guys ahead of time. For example, Connor commented on my video from yesterday saying, I saw your video and I was very careful the whole time. Great channel. Instead of all the lame clickbait YouTubers, thanks. And stuff like that, it makes me really happy. So let's move on with the Bitcoin analysis. Currently, as I'm recording this, we actually confirmed a candle close below this ascending channel. Now, yes, I think this is definitely a warning signal here in the charts. Although I do want to compare it to a situation we saw some time ago. I will get to that in just a second. First of all, after we got that candle close, we got a bit of a wick to the downside. We grabbed a bunch of liquidity here, and now we came back up and are basically retesting this blue band here, which previously acted as a level of support. So now what we need to look out for is a potential rejection from that exact level, because in that case, we will have flipped this level of support into a level of resistance, and that would be the most bearish thing we could possibly see in the charts right now for Bitcoin, at least in the immediate short term. Although I do want to point towards something that I saw here some time ago, because if we zoom out, you guys probably remember this pattern. I probably showed it quite a lot here recently. This was the descending channel pattern that we saw from about March from this year all the way until October. And what do we see right here? We reached the exact top of the range. We get this big move to the downside. And then, yes, we even got a 4-hour candle close below the descending channel. At the time when I was recording videos for this, I was like, hey guys, look, we are very, very close to losing this level of support, but since it is such a big pattern that we've been in for such a long time, I'm going to wait for a daily candle close instead of a 4-hour candle close. Now, keep in mind that everyone at this time was panicking like crazy. We waited for the daily candle close, and just like all the other times, we just closed the daily candle back inside the range, therefore not losing it as a level of support on the 1-day time frame. Now, for today here, I reluctantly want to propose a similar idea where I'm still going to be watching this daily candle close to see if we possibly close it back inside the range. That would lead me to believe that there is a possibility for some kind of quick recovery here. However, I would have to redraw the bottom of my ascending channel, which I typically do not like to do, but that would make me consider it at least. Now, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, first of all, on the 1-month time frame, we just took out a bunch of liquidity to the downside. In fact, we have actually taken out most of the liquidity at this point. There is some liquidity still sitting at 95.2K. Below that, at about 94K, and then below that, there is quite a bit of liquidity sitting at 89.9K for the Bitcoin price. So again, so long as we're not trading back inside that ascending channel, I just have to assume that something like 90K is at the very least on the table. I'm not calling for that to happen, but I'm just saying, so long as we're in this downtrend, guys, we have to be open to the possibility of us coming down to grab that liquidity. Lastly, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. Yesterday, we saw a smaller net inflow of close to $300 billion. So again, these Bitcoin ETFs still just accumulating Bitcoin here like crazy. And yes, so long as we see these Bitcoin ETFs buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin every single weekday, then this is going to have an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. But at the same time, the Bitcoin ETFs are not the only thing influencing the Bitcoin price. And therefore, if more people are selling than what these Bitcoin ETFs are buying, of course, the price can still go down. I'm just saying that the Bitcoin ETF investors are having an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price so long as they keep doing this. Either way, this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.